Hey guys, so I wanted to film myself basically refreshing my hair, except I don't want to film the whole process. So I have two sections left, and I'm just going to be talking while doing the sections basically that I have left. Um, First of all, I just wanted to start with I do not have particular parts, right? Like my parts aren't very particular. I literally just grab sections and do stuff with it. So I'm very proud of myself with how the style came out. I didn't take any pictures of me in the style, actually. Well, actually, you can see it in my short that I posted earlier, right? I'm going to be focusing on positive things about my hair right now. And basically, I just feel like this routine feels right. Like, I just feel like this feels right, right? So, 2 days ago, 1 day ago, yeah, 2 days ago, I washed my hair, conditioned it, the whole nine, the whole thing, and I took my braids out, I washed, conditioned, and I feel like I did a really good job. I feel like I did a really, really good job of washing and conditioning my hair. Feels clean, all that. It felt clean, all that good stuff. I made sure to focus on my scalp, which I feel like all the other times that I tried to do my hair, which I don't get to do often because they don't give me freedom, because they like to say, "Oh, you just like your hair all over the place." Like referring not referring to my last short, but yeah, it's basically has to do with my last short where it's like, "Oh yeah, you just want your hair all over the place and you need to go get it done." That type thing that irks my soul. But no, like and I had to learn that there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to wear my hair out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Anyways, and I can't wait until I'm the part that I didn't wasn't able to fit into the short is basically that I can't wait until I'm an adult and they can no longer say, "Oh, you represent us. Oh, you can't just go out looking like that because you represent us." I can't wait until I'm an adult and I can be like, "Okay, I don't represent you anymore. I'm my own person. I am an adult. So now I don't represent you anymore and I can wear my hair however I want to." I can't wait to get to that point. But basically, I just wanted to walk through what I did on wash day, but I'm refreshing it, right? I'm refreshing what I did on wash day because I took it out today, because I went out today. And I know that if I let it stay out and I don't put it back in the style, it will dry out if I just put it in the bonnet and don't put it back, right? So that's why I'm putting it back in the style or whatever. So, and also I just wanted to mention that I'm very proud of myself on this the way I styled it this time. I'm very proud of myself because what's it called? Because when I took it out, I was so surprised. Not even before I even took it out, when it dried, when the twist fully dried, I was so surprised at how soft my hair was. Like my hair was soft and moisturized. And I hear people say a lot that you need a consistent routine of moisture, like washing and remoisturizing, and having a consistent routine of that is key. I hear people say that a lot. So I think I actually nailed it. I think I did a good job of that because my hair was moisturized. It's not dry. It's like actually moisturized. I just have to like, twist it up at night to make sure it stays moisturized. So I wanted to show you that process. And I'm using coconut oil and I don't know how to pronounce it. Basically, African Pride Moisture Miracle leave-in cream. African Pride leave-in cream. It says coconut oil and this other oil that I cannot pronounce. I'm so sorry. It says provides intense moisture and helps repair natural coils and curls. And it did give me moisture. So what I did was I took just the tiniest bit, and I rake it through the big section that I grab. Like I say, I don't do parted specific parted sections. I don't do none of that. I grab the section and I make sure none of the hair from any other section is in it, and then I just start doing stuff with it. I just start twisting it and stuff. So that's what I do. And once I put that little bit of product, and keep in mind, that was a little bit of product, but I'm keeping in mind the product I put in on wash day. Cause I'm not trying to bombard my hair with product. I'm not trying to cause product buildup. I'm keeping in mind the product I already put in on wash day. So I'm only using a little bit to like kind of re-moisturize along with the spray bottle, right? And then I'm going to show you what's going on with the flexi rods in a second. So we're just going to twist and we're going to twist and we're going to twist. Twisting is actually therapeutic for me. Now, actually, we'll talk about the origin of where this wash day came from. So I was like, when I took these braids out, I want to do a braid and curl. Because I don't know, I've been seeing like I was like, oh, a braid and curl. That sounds cute or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that. But then I got to wash day and I was like, is there such thing as a twist and curl? And there was on YouTube. And even if there wasn't really, I probably would have still tried it because twists are much easier for me. Like, I can do twists. I got twists down. Twists are easy, right? So I was like, okay, never mind. Let's do a twist and curl. And what I did was when I started, I was just like, okay, when I start styling my hair, I'm not gonna worry. I'm just gonna grab the section and go. I'm not gonna worry about specific parting because I'm not that type of person to specifically part. I'm just not I'm just not that person. And personally, that's just not me. So yeah. And I just started grabbing section. I started from the back, which I feel like that's important for me. Starting from the back of your head does make it easier, right? And then I was like, subconsciously, I didn't really think this through all the way. But subconsciously, when it came to the flexi rod part about like braid and curl or like a twist and curl, right? I feel like subconsciously I was like, this part is a little, yo. I feel like subconsciously I was like, yeah. Wait, hold on, never mind. I was like, yeah, if there's a curl at the end of my hair, then the style is gonna turn out fine. Like, no matter what. Like, if it's gonna look curly, then the style will ultimately be fine. Because the thing is that I did the twist, right? Because I was just grabbing sections and going. Wasn't really paying attention to nothing. Just grabbing sections and going. And then I was like, oh, wait. These twists have very puffy roots. Like the roots are very puffy, right? And I was just like, I don't know how this is going to turn out. But then I was like, okay, when I take it out, since I have the rod at the end, right? When I take it out, the ends are going to be curled anyways. And if I've learned anything, it's that, like, it doesn't matter how frizzy the roots are, or even the middle of your hair can be puffy. Like, if you're wearing it out in a fro, as long as the curls at the end, or as long as it's like a consistent, well, fro is very, when you think of like fro, I feel like most people think of like the very just like tight kind of texture, like this kind of texture, just brushed out. But with this type of fro, it's gonna have like a curl pat, a little bit of a curl to it. So I was like, as long I can make it into a fro, and then also the ends are going to be curled regardless, because I'm not. I know they say that if your hair is healthy, like if your hair is healthy, the end of a twist will naturally like coil up. The ends of my twist are like frizzy. Probably need a trim or something. Probably need a trim. But with the assistance of a flexi rod, you can make the ends curly. Like either way. Like you can make the ends curly either way. Just use the flexi rod to ensure that it's going to stay curly, right? So as long as the ends are curled, the most of the time, like froze and stuff, most of the time, from what I've observed, froze and stuff where the hair is kind of frizzy, if there's like some curl at the end of the hair shaft, it's gonna be fine. Like, I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I'm like, no matter how frizzy it gets, if the curl at the end remains, it should look fine, basically. And we're getting to that part of putting the flexi rod on, and this is a lot. This is kind of a lot of twist. So I'm going to take these three from the section and put them on one rod, and then I'm going to separate the other ones and put them on a separate rod. But here. So I'm using mousse to really smooth the ends. Now, I will say, the leave-in conditioner can smooth the roots. The leave-in conditioner, like, absolutely can do the job of smoothing, I mean, not the roots, smoothing the ends of the ends of the hair. But I don't know, I just feel like mousse really, like, gets it smoothed out. Also, I realized that when I was talking about puffy roots in particular, I kind of just, like, I did elaborate on it. The puffy roots thing, like, went back to the, oh yeah, like, as long as I have a really nice curl at the end of the takedown process, my hair will look fine. Like, that's what I was referring to, honestly. Because I was like, oh, the puffy roots mixed with the kind of small twist that I have going on, that's not going to really look right, because I'm going to take the twist down and it's going to be like, okay, it's going to be curly, but the puffy roots might ruin it, basically. I thought that the puffy roots might just ruin the style a little bit. But then I was like, no. The curl is going to save the style, if anything. And then also, I'm probably going to brush it out a little bit into a fro anyways, because that's what I love. That's what I do, basically. Most of the time. So that's how that related, if in case you were wondering why I kind of just cut myself off there. That's how those two things were related. This video is kind of all over the place. But no. I feel like this is like, oh, Jesus. I feel like if my parents, oh, yo, I'm trying to figure out what's my, okay. If my parents let me do my hair more often, I feel like this would be like my go-to. And I just discovered it. This is, again, I said I washed my hair and I did this 2 days ago. I just discovered it, but I feel like this is like really, this would be my go-to style. Like, go-to, absolutely. Because when you take it out, it's like, it has curl to it, but at the same time, it's still in an afro shape, kind of like an afro shape that I like. And then also the maintenance of it really isn't that bad. And then also my hair ends up feeling really moisturized with these particular products at least. With these particular products, my hair feels really nice. And it doesn't take that long to do. It really doesn't. To like put back up in these twists like this, it did not take me long at all. I just don't know how I would manage on a school day because school days are so tiring. Like, I literally had to force myself to find a way to stay up when I get home from school. Like, I just don't get it. Because the fact of the matter is that school hours do not line up with most of our, school hours do not line up with most of our, like, automatic sleep schedule. Like, most of our automatic sleep schedules do not align us to wake up that early. And that's just a fact. Like, even if you go to sleep at a, what's it called? Oh my gosh. Even if you go to sleep at a reasonable time, even if you go to sleep tired, like, I feel like most people just still don't wake up naturally at that hour that they force us to wake up at, you know? So, yeah, school is really tiring, but I figured out a way to kind of combat it. So, what I'll do is I will stay up as soon as I get home, I will stay up. And if I'm motivated to do work, then I'll do it. Like, most of the time, I'll get my math homework or chemistry homework out the way, or biotech homework out the way. Those are the three subjects that I'm really just like, okay, like, those are the ones that I get out the way, because I'm just like, yeah, I got it. Like, yeah, absolutely. We got this. Right. So I just get those out the way or whatever. Oh shoot. And then I'll or like any other subject too. Like, I don't know. Like, I just might do homework that I need to get out the way. And then what else will I do? Or if I don't feel like doing homework, if I just want to sit down and chill, then I'll do that. It's really just to prevent myself from messing up my sleep cut schedule like too much. Cause I don't want to be going to sleep at 3, waking up at 6, and then I have this horrible headache. That like it's like those headaches that prevent you. It's like those headaches that you know when you go to sleep you'll wake up fine, but at the same time it's preventing you from going to sleep. Like, it hurts and you know the sleep is going to cure it, but then it's like but then it's hard for you to but then at the same time it makes you hard wait it makes it hard for you to go to sleep. You know what I mean? That was a struggle to get out. But anyways, we're done. And basically, my last thought is I'm just saying that, like, with how tired I am during those days, I don't know how I would manage. But yeah, wait. But, oh, anyways, yeah, that's how my old coping system was. Like, I would go to sleep at 3, wake up at 6, get a headache, then not be able to go to sleep until, like, ungodly hours. And then, but I switched it so that I just stay up. And like I said, do the stuff that I want to do. If I don't feel like doing anything, I'll just stay downstairs and sit up and, like, watch TV or be on my phone or something so that I don't mess up my schedule too much. But I'll eventually get so tired. Just, like, even if I stay up, then, like, I'm eventually, basically, at the end of the day, I'm eventually going to be tired at some point. Even if I stay up and try and be productive, I'm going to get tired at some point. And then I will go to sleep. But then I'll wake up at like, or when I do that, I go to sleep around 5, wake up around like 8 or 9. And it's not as bad because at least I'm getting stuff done before I go to sleep, before I take a nap, instead of just going and taking a nap and then virtually getting not that much done. So I don't know how well we manage on those days. It really doesn't take that much time, but still. I would probably do it like after taking the nap or whatever. But that's it. Also, I noticed how not that much hair came out. Like, more hair probably came out. But, like, y'all, like, that's it. That's it. That's it. Like, I'm so proud of myself because that shows just, like, how much of the dead. My aunt always says, get all the dead hair out so that the new hair can come in. And I don't know how accurate that is, but that's something that she just always be saying. And I feel like I truly got all the dead hair out. Like, all the, like, there was not, usually, in the past, there would be, like, dead hair, like, just flying everywhere. Even, like, after I wash, while styling, dead hair just coming out, all of it coming out. And it would just, like, be like, what? But this time, like, no, like, not that, like, dead hair was not coming out like that, bro. So I feel like I truly did something right. It's really disheartening that I get policed. My hair gets policed by my family, even though I'm doing everything right. Like, I'm literally doing everything right now. It feels like I've cracked the formula for my hair. For my personal hair care. For me doing it. Feels like I'm doing everything right. But I know my dad's gonna be like, no. Because you can't wear it out like that. You can't have it all over your head like that. No. It looks a mess. Like, who gives... Like, who cares? That's your opinion. And you can go somewhere with it. Because it does not affect me. My hair is beautiful, girl. My hair is beautiful. I know my hair is beautiful. Your opinion has everything to do with you and your ideologies. And I was thinking about that today. A random last thing to say today. If you made it to this point. I saw Indigo That Trees. I know this is taking a hard turn because she talks about law of assumption content. I saw her tweet, one of her tweets, you know, when she just be tweeting a lot. Which I do appreciate because I'm like, yeah, let me go see what Indigo has to say today. Let me go see what knowledge Indigo dropped today. So I'll go on Twitter only for her post though. Like, I'll go to Twitter. I'll just like get everything refreshed. And then I'll immediately go to following where I'm only following like law of assumption. I'm only following really Indigo. Those are not the only people that I'm following. Tay and Indigo, they're not the only people that I follow, but they're the content on Twitter that I consume the most of because Twitter is not okay. Twitter is a hot mess, a dumpster fire. They comment stuff under posts that has nothing to do with the post just to start arguments. I don't like Twitter. So that's mainly the only content that I consume, the law of assumption content for Indigo and Tay on Twitter. And one of the tweets that I saw from Indigo today was that someone's opinion on you has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. And I thought about that in the context of today. In the context of, well, today being that I was thinking about my hair today and how policed it is. And how it's like, oh, it looks a mess. You can't go around looking like that. That has everything to do with you and your ideologies and what you were taught. That has everything to do with you and your ideologies. And even thinking past that, just opinions in general about what features are good and what features are bad and what's considered cute and what's considered ugly and all that type of stuff, all that stuff, that's everything to do with the person who's having that opinion, because that's based on what they were taught. That's based on what they were taught and what they experienced and all of that type of stuff. That's based on them. What matters is what you think of you. That's what truly matters. That's it. Bye. This is going to take a really long time to upload because it's 25 minutes. Not looking forward to that. Anyways, bye.